If these men feel like they can attain you,
I am not okay. That's all. My kids are with Ben, and this is gonna be the rest of their childhood. The rest of their childhood is gonna be going back and forth. And I miss so much. This isn't what I wanted.
I love how there's just tears upon tears that we decide to push out there on TikTok to complete strangers, but there is never any accountability, right? Oh, I never wanted this. My situation absolutely sucks. Yet nobody forced you to become a single mother. Nobody forced you to have children in the first place. And this is where so many of these women get, guys, when they go out there, they have their children, and then they cry about the consequences when they decide to leave the man that they chose to have kids with. But on today's episode, we are going to be talking about single mothers, and we're going to be kicking it off with a clip from this woman right here. And she isn't a single mother. She is a single mother, if you understand what I'm saying. So she has kids to some other dude, and she's went off now and found a simp. So we're going to be starting off with this woman right here, and I believe she's giving dating advice. So let's take a listen. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Let's do a single mom talk. So I'm currently not a single mom, but I was at one point, and my friend just sent me this video, and it just has me thinking. I was a single mom just talking about how hard it is for her to be dating, and I had a kid when I was 20, so obviously that relationship didn't work out.
Obviously, guys, I was only 20. I'm not an adult. I'm not capable of anything, any sort of reasoning or the ability to select my partner properly. I can't do that. I just love this argument, guys, where it's like women are simultaneously adults but children at the same time, and they never actually change from one to the other for modern women, right? You would think that 18-year-old is an adult in most countries, right? But for these women, it's just they can choose. They kind of oscillate between being an adult and being a child whenever they really feel like it. You see what I'm saying? But of course not, right? So it didn't last. This woman had a kid when she was 20. Carry on.
So I was a single mom for a little bit, and when I was dating, I just didn't want to date. I didn't have time to date. I was trying to go back to school. I was trying to save all my money up just for me and my child. And then came along my husband, who's my husband now, and he wanted to take me out on a date. And I was like, sure. And then when it came around to the date, I didn't have a babysitter. And I would have to pay for a babysitter. And then I ended up canceling on him literally the day of because I didn't want to pay for a babysitter.
This guy is an absolute simp. So not only, this is the thing that amazes me about single mothers that complain about dating, is even single mothers have dating on absolute easy mode. They have it significantly easier than the average man, and yet they cry harder than anyone I've absolutely seen about the state of modern day dating, because it sucks to date when you have a kid. So this woman had a kid when she was 20, and then some simp has come into her life and decided to marry this woman. That is crazy, guys. I think that marriage is something that is not very good, not a very smart idea for men to engage in current times, let alone to a single mother.
Because why would I want to pay to go on a date, take time away from my kid just to go on a date? Because at that point, I was just working. Anytime I had a babysitter, I was working. I wasn't going on dates. I wasn't really doing that much fun stuff. That was just the point in my life where I was. So that's just one example of not wanting to go on a date just because of money, babysitters. It's just so frustrating. And then normally on dates, you have to go on like 20 dates to have like a good date. So that's a lot of time, and you have to put yourself out there, and it's just hard for the moms.
Guys, it's hard to go out on 20 consecutive dates when you have a child. Here's the thing. Number one, if you have a child, you shouldn't be dating. I love how this woman and all of these women say that dating sucks and they're not interested in dating, yet they go out there and they date full force because they need somebody to look after the kid, right? They need a man who's going to pitch in and help them. No matter how many times we hear this crying of strength and independence and I don't need no man, when it comes down to it, these women are some of the most desperate to get a husband or to get a man who's going to take care of her kids. They never actually do it alone. There's some sort of government assistance, or they immediately go back out there and try and find another guy. Hell, even a lot of them have a man lined up while they're in a relationship to begin with.
on dates, you have to go on like 20 dates to have one good date. So
That's crazy to think about, by the way. Single mothers out here literally going on 20 dates to find one good date, apparently. Most dudes don't even go on like 20 dates, and that's just the end of it. They just don't go on 20 dates. It's just very interesting, the differences between a lot of men and a lot of women. Is you can give a woman 5,000 options and she will maybe be interested in 3 to 4 of them, right? But if you give a man 5 options, he could make it work with 4 out of those 5. It's just crazy, the entitlement that so many of these women have. Is like, I go out on 20 dates and I only really liked one guy. I think the problem is they go out on too many dates, so their standards are through the roof, right? They think that because they got Chad that one time, that they are deserving of that attractive of a guy again.
a lot of time, and you have to put yourself out there, and it's just hard for the moms. You're already going through so much, and I feel like single moms, they know what they want. They've obviously been through it in relationships. They had to find themselves again, because when you're a single mom, you're literally soul searching.
Guys, they have it so difficult. Dating is just so difficult. They're going through the hardest period of their life. Get out of here, man.
They've obviously been through it in relationships. They had to find themselves again.
Find yourself, do your healing, all of this kind of nonsense. And I'll tell you what they want, guys. What they want is a provider, right? They've already had fun. They've already had the child. Now they need some dude who's going to come in and look after a kid that is not his own. Right, this is the dating strategy of so many of these modern women, right? Which is that they go after the dudes who are highly attractive, and they'll have casual fun with them, no issues there. But the man who's ready, willing, and able to provide her with things, oh, he has to do everything under the sun, and then she'll still probably cheat on him anyway. So on the one hand, you've got a provider, right? A guy who has to do everything, look after her as a single mother. And then you got the other guy who didn't even have to take her out on a date, had some fun, and he's either bounced or she's kicked him out, and she has a kid to that man.
Because when you're a single mom, you're literally soul searching. You're trying to see what you want, who you are as a person, what your kid needs, and your kid will always come first, no matter what. And in a new relationship, say you're dating, say you're married, whatever it is, your kids, if you get in a fight, it's you and your kids against them. It's always you guys. That's your pact. That's your team. That's like your lion cubs. It's them against you. So the kids are always with their mom, always first with their mom. And
do you guys find it funny how these people will always say that their children come first, but yet they can't make it work or even choose the correct biological father to begin with? So after we have kids to some random guy, now it's important to get it straight on what we want beforehand, right? Not before we go out there and make one of the biggest decisions, if not the biggest decision we will ever make in our entire life. We don't make time to think about who we're going to make that decision with. But after it's said and done, after we have the kid, now you care about the child. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't think that's how it works at all. If you cared about the child, you would have selected the correct biological father to begin with. And they always say, the dad's just a deadbeat dad and he sucks and he was never there and whatever the excuses may be, or he was abusive with no proof whatsoever, right? They say all of these different things. So what they do is they kick out that dude and then they go find another one to look after the kid. Either the dude actually leaves because he's a deadbeat, which I don't typically believe is the normal case, or she just boots him out. Fantastic stuff. Really caring about the kids there.
The kids are always with their mom, always first with their mom. And I feel like at this point in day, the marriage really doesn't mean anything. I'm married. I've been married 2 times. And
2 times? Wait, so has this woman had a kid, gone out there, got married, then gotten divorced, and then got married again? Is that what's happened? Because I doubt she was married at 20 when she had the child to begin with. Right? I don't know. Maybe she was married, then she had the kid, and then she divorced the husband, she took the kid, and then she married some other guy. That's also another option. In any case, this woman's been married twice, guys. Twice and a single mother. Wow. Can't wait to wife that up. Hey, maybe 3rd time's the charm here.
And marriage means nothing. You can be in a relationship and be happy, and you could be married and things could be horrible. definitely, if I were to get divorced or God say something happened, I don't think I would ever get married again. There's nothing in me that would want to get married, because marriage is just a title. I used to want it so bad, and then when you have it, it doesn't really mean anything, and it doesn't
mean anything to you because you were only interested in the dopamine from the title to begin with. This absolutely disgusts me, man. When we talk about marriage and things like this, women just seem to not even give a damn about what marriage actually is, right? It's not supposed to be some sort of status symbol for you to try and flex on your friends that you had since you were kids, right? Since you were a kid. They always try and like one up each other. Look, I got married to this guy. Look, I had kids with this guy. And it's really interesting because they don't seem to give a damn about the marriage itself, right? They don't find the marriage special. And this is one of the reasons, again, reason number 1,397 why men don't marry these women or don't want to get married so much anymore, is because they don't even seem to care about these things to begin with. They say that they care about marriage, but does she really? She says that she cares about her kids. Does she really? It's just amazing, isn't it? It really is amazing.
doesn't mean stuff to everyone. So what do my single moms feel? Are you with me? Tell me your story. I want to hear it all.
Guys want to hear it all, right? So this is another single mother. We'll get into this in a second here. So this woman had a child at 20, has been married twice, divorced once, and is sitting on TikTok out here giving her relationship experiences to whoever will listen, as if she's some sort of dating coach. It's amazing because what always happens is these women will do dumb crap like this, and then they all just seem to congregate on TikTok and they become life coaches. They become dating coaches. It's actually crazy. Let's continue into the next clip here. And of course, this is another single mother in her car. Let's take a listen.
I've been doing the dating thing for a little bit now and realized I hate it. I've done dating apps, no luck. I can't find Nate Fine anywhere. Let me just say, it's fucking possible. It's not in this city. I don't know where to find him. People have secret wives, secret girlfriends, 3 different people that are thinking they're in a relationship with him. I'm just not down for all that shit. I also absolutely hate small talk, and it makes me not want to go and spend the free time that I do have on a date with anybody because I hate small talk.
Guys, she hates the small talk. She just wants you to be quiet, offer the commitment up front, and then open your wallet. Seems to be the play here, right? So this is a single mother who absolutely despises dating. She can't find a husband. She can't find a boyfriend. She can't find a relationship because all of the guys out here are talking to multiple women at once. I think even if you showed these women concrete evidence that they were complete clowns in the behaviors that they were doing on these dating applications, right? If you showed them just where all of the matches were going and that they were all choosing the same group of men, I guarantee you none of them would change their behavior. They would continue to go out there and do the exact same thing because they all select the same group of the same group of men. And then they cry and complain when they can't get a relationship from him. Oh, you mean to tell me that this Giga Chad on Hinge was talking to 5 different women at once and he didn't want to commit to me, the single mother who is also maybe divorced? No, of course he didn't. And all of these women, they think they're in relationships. They're not. They never sit down and have the relationship talk. And the reason why they don't do that is because they know they're going to get thrown to the curb as soon as they do.
Please stimulate my brain. I need some brain stimulation from another adult that's good looking, like somebody that I can look at and just be like, while having good conversation, where are you?
This is exactly what I'm talking about, is that you just have to be good looking. That's the benchmark for so many of these women. You either have a lot of money to look after kids that aren't yours, or you be good looking. Because here's the thing about this conversation that this woman's complaining about. She wouldn't be complaining about the conversation is magically the best conversation she's ever had. If the man is attractive to the woman, he doesn't have to say anything, and she'll think that it's a fantastic conversation. That's how ridiculous this is, right? You guys all understand that if you're a very attractive man, it's very hard to be creepy if you're very attractive, right? But the man who's unattractive, of course, he's by nature very creepy. Let's continue into, I believe we have 2 more clips here, so let's take a listen. We have this woman who is crying at the beginning, And it says here on the screen, hardest thing ever, and it's worse because sharing kids means he's never really gone out of our life. I felt this comment in my soul. I sent this snap to my sis 6 months ago. Why are single mothers who are in their 40s and 50s, 40s it looks like, I would assume here, 30s, probably 40s, why are they even on Snapchat? That's so creepy. So she says, I sent this snap to my sis months ago. The reality that he's going to forever be in my life and I miss any amount of time with my babies hurts on a level that I wasn't prepared for. She's mad. She had children with some dude and now she can't get rid of the guy because now they have split custody.
I am not okay. That's all. My kids are with Ben, and this is gonna be the rest of their childhood. The rest of their childhood is gonna be going back and forth. I'm gonna miss so much.
Why do we have to be crying on TikTok, man? I always see these videos of like crying and the complaining, but I don't really feel any empathy because oftentimes their selection in men is just really damn bad, right? They'll either choose the guy who's very attractive, who's clearly not going to be a good father, who's just going to dip because he's not interested, or they'll choose a dude that they don't respect whatsoever. Then they'll divorce and leave him and then cry and complain when they get split custody or they can't take all of his assets.
I'm gonna miss so much. This isn't what I wanted.
Taking bets as to whether or not she was the one who initiated the divorce or the separation in the first place, right? So we see all these tears, we see all this crying. Like, statistically speaking, guys, again, I want to remind you that women statistically are the ones who are initiating the divorces. So I don't feel sorry for these women because oftentimes they're the ones doing it to themselves.
What is with these dudes that want like, instant commitment from you? Like, instant commitment from the woman for doing absolutely nothing. Like, you don't even know them. You don't know shit about them. And they just like expect you to be all about them for absolutely nothing. Never gone on a date, never even met this person. And oh my God, you talk to too many people. I don't even know you, bro. What are you talking about? And then it's one-sided.
I don't even know any man with self-respect that would want to date a woman like this in the first place. I can feel the masculinity through the screen. It's astounding.
They have this jealousy and think that you are a hoe because you talk to other men, but they still feel entitled to talk to and do whatever the hell they want. And then they say that there's no patriarchy.
The moment any woman says the word patriarchy, I just stop listening. Completely and utterly, I just start tuning out. In fact, I will take anything you say and probably believe the complete opposite. Completely, right? If you say that a man's hitting on you and a man's doing this and that, I'm just going to believe the complete opposite of whatever it is that you're saying. But of course, this woman is a single mother as well, guys, sitting here talking about the patriarchy, incredibly masculine. I see cats in this woman's future. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, make sure to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.